With the many heists in GTA 5 story and in GTA Online, where we've robbed jewelry stores, banks, federal buildings, prisons, science labs, casinos, and private cartel islands like Cayo Perico, I'm surprised that Rockstar never added a museum heist to GTA Online, considering there's been so many museum heist movies, and I've been thinking about this for a while now actually. And I recently visited the Museum of Natural History in Florida, where I found this painting of a woman who looks suspiciously a lot like Ice Spice. And it sort of got the wheels in my head turning, since I'm chronically obsessed with GTA Online, on how I believe Rockstar can implement a museum heist into GTA Online. Considering GTA Online is on the last year of support for new DLCs until GTA 6 comes out next fall, I would like to see something like this as the final DLC. Now, with every heist, and mainly with every DLC, there's always a paywall to access the new content, whether that is with a Casaka with the Cayo Perico heist, an arcade with the casino heist, or most recently the bail enforcement office for bounty hunting. I think for this DLC, it would be fun to bring back Lester's sweatshop from story mode, which also appeared in GTA Online's original heist, where you spend like $2.5 million without cosmetic upgrades, $2.5 million give or take, to have access to this building where you can plan the museum heist. Let's say maybe Lester got the insurance money back after burning down the sweatshop, and he sells it to you because he legally can't own it because of insurance fraud. I don't know. So I feel like Rockstar can find a way to make it work and just buy his sweatshop, and then you can just plan the heist there. And like I said, $2.5 million to get your foot in the door. Not a crazy amount of money, if I'm being honest. How the scope out missions could work for this heist is that you would visit the museum with Lester or another character in your ear telling you to look for the primary loot and the secondary loot. And you can look for potential entrances, exits, areas to change your outfit during the heist. And you could probably even take pictures with the glasses Michael used when he was scoping out the jewelry store in single player. As for approaches for this heist, I'd rather it be more open than the original heists were, where it's just linear and there's only one approach, like the original heist or the Doomsday heist or the Cluck and Bell farm raid. I'd rather it be where there's multiple approaches, like the Diamond Casino heist and the Cayo Perico heist as well. The casino heist did pretty good job with the approaches, that being the silent sneaky approach, the aggressive approach, and the big con approach. However, with the Cayo Perico heist, you had more freedom of how you wanted to approach the heist. You could have landed on the island, cut the power, switch your outfits into a smuggler outfit, use a grappling hook to climb into the compound, or you can get on a boat and travel around the island that way, go through the underwater sewer system, and stealthily make your way through the compound, or you can just go guns blazing throughout the entire island. I feel like it would be a better gameplay experience if we had this type of approach, rather than 3 linear approaches like with the Diamond Casino approach. Although those were good approaches, I felt as if Cayo Perico gave you more freedom with the heist approaches. So for example, you can break in at night and you have to take out security guards and you have to watch out for lasers. You can rappel down from a ceiling window, or you can go in aggressively. You'll have one player intimidating the hostages while the other players take down the guards, and while another set of players are stealing the loot. Or you can do something like a big con approach where you dress up as a security guard at the museum, or you can dress up as a museum curator or a janitor, and you can steal the artifacts from the museum storage room. And you can even steal key cards for setup missions so that you have more access to more areas that you normally wouldn't have access to with other approaches. As for your heist crew, I'd rather just pay for certain things up front, like weapon stashes, drone recon, etc. than let a getaway driver, a gunman, and a hacker take up 20% or more from your cut. Again, with the Diamond Casino heist, that was a big problem, where you'd be paying 20% to your crew, so instead of stealing $2 million, you only get away with like $1.7 million, and then you have to split it with somebody else. So this would probably operate more with the Cayo Perico heist, where you just pay up front for things that you want. Like I said before, a recon drone, a weapon stash, air support, whatever. And you can choose your gun loadout. You can choose your type of getaway vehicle, whether that being a mining tech car, a special vehicle like a Phantom Wedge or a ramp buggy, or a helicopter, or even a plane. Now, as for the loot, I'd want this heist to be a solo heist, just like the Cayo Perico heist and the auto shop and salvage yard robberies. However, Rockstar should incentivize you and encourage you to work with friends and other players for this heist. So I believe there should be multiple primary targets to steal. So if you bring a friend along with you, you can steal a statue while your friend steals a painting or jewelry or an artifact. And while you're on the scope out mission, Lester can let you know that you can steal multiple primary targets if you bring along more people. As for secondary loot, you can steal lower value paintings or jewelry or vases or anything to that effect that's small enough to fit in a duffel bag. Lastly, of course, would be the payout. As for the payout for a solo run, you can average between $1 million to $1.8 million solo. And if you're doing this heist with, let's say, up to 4 players, you can earn altogether $4 million to $7.2 million. But keep in mind that you have to split the payout, of course, and they have to get at least a 25% cut. And just like the casino heist and the Cayo Perico heist, the payout will depend on the price of the secondary loot and primary loot. Lastly, of course, because this is my idea for a final heist DLC to GTA Online, I feel as if Rockstar, of course, should bring back Franklin, Trevor, and Michael. I'm not sure how Stephen Ogg feels about playing Trevor again, but I'm sure that Ned, Luke, and Sean Fontino would love to reprise their roles as Michael and Franklin. But that's just my idea for a museum heist. You know, this is just me spitballing and bullshitting, honestly. Do I see Rockstar making another big heist DLC like Cayo Perico or the Diamond Casino heist? Probably not. A lot of the resources of GTA Online have been pretty shit. Like, let's be honest, these past few DLCs, I understand they're working on GTA 6, but in the same breath, they're not as good as like the Contract or Tuner to Cayo Perico. So the drop in quality from the Contract DLC to what we've been getting since 2022 is pretty upsetting, but I get it, GTA 6 is their priority. But if you guys did go on enjoy this video, like and comment if you appreciate it, subscribe and new to the channel, and yeah, with all that out of the way, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, everybody.